Fucking hell. Delusional. Fucking fitting in with a delusional view. Three, two, one, go. Told ya. Clingy, searching for affirmation. Oh, that glitched out. What the fuck? Oh, VLC just crashed. Is it because I'm downloading onto the HHD hard drive? Well, alright. Fuck it. Three, 2, 1, go. Bah. Yeah, I told you. Clingy, search for affirmation. Ah. What the fuck? What the fuck happened there? Wait. Also, that was English dub. Something wrong with the episode? I'm just gonna keep it solo. I don't care for this show. I was about to say the fucking thing is, you get it. Why does this keep crashing? Is something wrong with the subs or something? Dialogue. The progress bar in progressing. It's not responding. It's back at the beginning. Okay, I don't care. That's it. We just continue. I don't care. The gap isn't dictated by fate. Yeah, but it's dictated by the fucking author being a cuck. Is that serious actual subtitle for this show, for this whole series? Or is it supposed to be the only subtitle for the this first season? What is the prompt that they gave the whatever is saying the opening or wrote the opening? Sometimes really are fucking up. Well, what did you expect from a girl that fucking thinks love is fucking make her heartbeat go to 90, thinking that's the only fucking classifier it needs for it to fall in love without knowing more about the person. No, don't you? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's not the time. Really? I think it's genuinely either cursed or God really doesn't want me to watch it, which I understand. Thank you, God, but I'm fucking gluten for punishment. Not gluten for punishment. Not really, but still. It's more like if I start something, might as well finish it. Especially these shows. Why not? Fucking, there's not much other than time, which I have no fucking use for. I might as well fucking die. Fucking, who cares? Yeah, fucking hell. Let the curse restart in 3, 2, 1. Focus that. It's gonna crash. There we go. I don't get how it's not working. Okay, don't care. Subtitles ain't working. Okay, that is still ticking. I see. I didn't switch to dialogue. Still ticking. I slept for 12 hours. I still feel like shit. Then again, I didn't mean to sleep for 12 hours. I think at some point, the more you sleep, the more shit it feels, because I think your body is just giving up. I dream of anything? Felt like I've dreamt of something very great recently, but don't remember. Ah. Yeah. I still always like the fact that the theory of dreams being your mind defragging, and everything that you see and experience in your dreams is just those little fragments that gets processed unconsciously. Well, again, what did you expect with a girl that fucking treats love like that? And didn't even know you more than like, it hasn't even been like 3 hours or something like that. It is where it fucking crashed. I wish she would just die. Like, to be honest, I feel like this situation happens in ecchi anime quite a lot. Character thinking about their love interest, or a girl fucking showering. But the thing is, they always hold back. They don't fucking go and masturbate immediately. Why are you still in you're an extra high school student, aren't you? You still haven't contacted Chloe, have you? Yes. You yeah. It's called emotional manipulation. That's that's because that's probably because the couples are probably visiting each other more in their houses and things like that. And they can spend more time together intimately. It's just work. Part-time. To be honest, if you just use the excuse of a part-time work or something like that, that over Christmas, that wouldn't be too crazy. The fuck is that? Dick. All right, that works. Eh. Yeah, no way. Really? You want to make a booking for Jesus? What? That way of thinking. Like again, now at this point in the show, the characters would already be personally asking each other if they want to hang out or something like that, or somehow they want to do their own plans and not bump into each other. Well, she probably just wants the money. That's the way I see it. Keeps it professional, get the money, get it done with. Then again, here's the thing. Even if the girl doesn't mean to do it, the proportions, no shite. The proportion of clients who will be parasocial is a lot higher than if you just gone randomly to a bar or something like that and be nice to somebody. Good question, because you're a fucking creep stalker. Then go. Then go home. Yeah. Each their own reason. And he turns back and stalks them. That's called parasocial and you fucking getting jealous and all that. Why do I call this parasocial instead of like being worried or things like that? Because they actually have a fucking relationship. They're nothing more than fucking clients and rental girlfriends. And, okay, what does that matter? I guess for you, you want to go out, but then again, you're not even in that phase yet. Yeah. Also, don't you like to be cooked? Did you have multiple fantasies of you being cooked and fucking jacked off to that? Again, I thought that was a acquired taste, but apparently had that from the fucking start. Eh. I wouldn't call it that. It's like it's not you also have the right of knowing it. Best you can now you're full on fucking stalking. Yeah, no shot at shading. Like, fucking hell. It's nothing like Kanata being fucking worried about how what Mushroom might be up to with fucking Jin on their dates. What do you mean betray you? What the fuck do you mean betray you? It's like this is such like the idol fucking thing. Then again, the thing is, that's like it's more understandable here than with idols, you could say. Idols, I don't really understand all that thing unless there's specific type I know that supposed to lead them on, that those types do exist. Though I think the whole problem is that they are fucking explicitly fucking trying to hide that they're going out with somebody or is romantic relationship. Like, they don't have to say it, but like, it's also, especially VTubers, I guess, it's also they're doing a persona, which I understand of, like, yeah, the persona ain't anything. But it's just, then again, all in all, you're not friends, you're not going out. What the fuck does it matter? You should understand your relationship, which is pretty much nothing. Like, is Kazuya, the thing is, are Kazuya and Chizuru even on friend level? No. Don't think they're even acquaintances. They're literally less than colleagues. This is just so bad. Eh. And he's gonna get caught in 3, 2, 1. Oh god. You should stop from the start. Eh. What the fuck is this? You miserable prick. Like, at least know where you stand in life. For you, it's the garbage. This really is the fucking type of person I would be very much bullying if they were somehow in my friend group. Every step of the way. It's a sharp tongue, you know? Well, you're not staying calm at all. Turn off the tap. Don't tell me he's gonna then this has some fucking kidnapping thing. Oh, wait. Is this supposed to be the agency tests? It depends. Does the agency supply her with clothing? Because the thing is, I can't see that it's a fantasy agency because I doubt that any agency really would do that. But then again, dressing the quote unquote girls up in clothes that the client likes would up the business sales and things like that. So, that works as well. Then again, you're saying gentleman's club. To be honest, that is quite, from what I've heard, that is quite some things. Like if somebody works in a seedy place, they also most likely would spend money on seedy things. It's just economy, baby. I think at least in like the pink light or red light districts of Japan, with like, you know, host clubs and hostess clubs. Hostesses goes to host goes to hostesses and things. That's the economy in that places. The actual income comes from office workers. Yeah. You spend your whole day just stalking these two, fucking being miserable. Quote unquote fighting for this imaginary group of people that you haven't even met. I can't listen to this. I took my headphones off. I can't. It's just so bad. Then why are you even here? You can't say that. You don't. Childhood friend? He was stalking you. She wants to be an act. Does she go? Is she doing rental thing to fucking pay for acting classes? Is this gonna be a fucking not Kanata? Fucking what's the other girl called again? Apart from Russia, I forgot. Why are you ripping your heart for? What the fuck is this shots? These shots. Alright. for just romances. That's wait, if you're I guess the 3 measurements would be for costume designers, I guess, if they ever want to that, or see if she's in shape for the character. Or, yeah, that too. I'm just like, Yes. He has no shites. He has no fucking excuse. He doesn't have... You guys are... What the what? That goes straight back home. Parasocial white knighting. And now he's dumping on himself again to get fucking fish for some sympathy. Right after doing something, oh, Dad, you don't want to see my face again. Instead of actually feeling bad. But you don't actually consider yourself a follower and all that shit. What the fuck is that? Why you give him something? But why? Oh, for saving it? Okay, that's fair. Why is it doing that? Okay. Gifting him something like that for that reason, that's fair enough. But still, this seems to no, this just makes things worse for him in his mind. Pathetic. Why is she drawn like that? That looks off model. Like, fair enough. You literally stalked her the whole day. No. This is bad. This is just so bad. The phone case is understandable. The way she gave to him is like, I know she's supposed to be starting to have feelings for him, but we haven't seen anything apart from the beach scene other than that, really. Anything more of that, really. There's only like few type of fucking things, but that's it. But apart from that, we have not seen them develop any interest in each other. You just like, it's always just like, oh, I'm in love with her. Oh, I want to do something for her. In these times, there's a reason why most people fucking write in things like help each other study, something happens, fucking, So one person gets sick, the other person has to care for them. Those little plot lines, those little inconveniences that happen in everyday life that make each other fucking closer. But what instead of that, what do people do? What does the author here do? Fucking make Kazuya horny and have him jack off. That's it. Yeah, no. This episode just fucking parasocial relationship white knighting shit ever for any goddamn fucking just any girl like in a bad friend group or that's online with a public personality that is yeah. Then again, then actually no, it's better said it's any fucking any I guess it's better said it's any fandom I feel like that has part of their fandom that could be described as stans. Not stands, you know, the fucking not battle tendency, the fucking Stardust Crusader type of thing, but stands. Those are the fucking worst. At least, yeah, no, those are the worst. Fucking parasocial relationship fucking doesn't want their favorite to be shed in any bad light. Fucking thinking that they are doing good for them even though they aren't. Fucking hell, it's like it just really does feel like fucking parasocial relationship white knighting and things like that. Fucking hell, like in this episode we keep the almost constant brought up of the fucking client community, aka quote unquote the stands. It's so bad. Like okay, the whole thing about female or male actors or public facing idols, I think the whole problem, I guess an idol, the whole problem is how they market themselves and how they are doing like handshake events, photo albums, things like that. I guess the photo ops ain't that bad, but then again, it depends on the posing that they pull and things like that. You know, the whole fucking heart shape hand thing and things like that. The whole fucking maid cafe things. Those type of things are looking for fucking parasocial relationships, having people to fucking be delusional, fishing in those whales that are delusional enough to think that doing this would make them get close to the person themselves. That's just a ticking time bomb. Seriously, it is a ticking time bomb. Not quite a few times they are probably diffused before they go off by just early retirement and things like that, which is good. Otherwise, you just get a fucking mob riot of fucking fat, not even fat ass people, just people who are fucking insane going after you and goddamn eat. And the worst case scenario would be that one case where an idol or an online personality, what I forgot who it was, but it was like some kind of pretty famous person got stabbed 23 times in broad daylight on the street by one of her fans or whatever, and yeah, she died. I think that's the worst fucking possibility, but it's always a fucking possibility if that for those type of situations. That fucking things. The thing is, if the author really is a cock and things, and it's parasocial enough that that he thinks that he is in a relationship with one of these fictional characters that he has created and doesn't want Kazuya to fucking end it with them because he doesn't fucking he doesn't want to be a fucking such a loser like Kazuya that probably fucking is modeled after himself as a self-insert at the beginning, but then fucking unself-inserted himself and thinking that he's an entirely different character, and that'll just continues writing just torment him. I can definitely see how like if that's the case, I'm gonna guess he's also a type of a type of fucking stan or a fucking parasocial white knight, probably for some idol group. I can already see the fucking room that he's in. Like it's a very stereotypical otaku room, full of posters and things like that. Most of the time, that's like played off as a laugh and things like that. But this time, I think it's serious. It's a serious mental issue. Like, is this really what's like? Again, correcting me if I'm wrong, but is this, would you call this white knight and parasocial relationship? Because I would definitely be, because is this really how they think they are doing good or being a white knight for the community, for the person themselves, with all the support of other people that they have not met or any interaction with? They're just making up a fantastical world where they are the fucking general commander of the fleet and things like that. Is that how then again, that would also make sense, because then again, there's quite also a lot of infighting when that happens, probably, because then, you know, most people claim to be the fucking be the best or the number one fight and things like that, and they get into a fight. They're probably, that situation is probably thinking that both of them thinking that they're the quote unquote general of the fucking army, and then they get into a fight and then fucking shit happens. No one deserves to be have those people be their fans or things like that. But man, I feel like agencies and companies who do have this sure fucking like those type of people, because those are the people who are the ones who wail the most and things like that. Yeah. The thing is, I don't know. The thing is, I remember, I have a manga that I read quite regularly every single time it updates, and it is about Unstan, technically. But it's about how an underground idol group with one member who is very clumsy and is bad at everything, only has one fan, and that fan is very dedicated. But it somehow is able to put it, shine it in a way that doesn't feel like he is in a parasocial relationship and things like that, because every single time they go for the story presents itself in a way that it shows that him and his friends or the people he knows at the idol rallies and things like that, I'm sure most of them, most people there knows, but as I said, it's just unproportional. Not that everyone there is Stan or what they say. Always knows that they are the quote unquote just fan supporters, idol supporters. They are not no more than just they're the consumer of the entertainment that the idol group produces, pretty much. So it never feels icky. It never feels bad, you could say, because they know what they are. He never tries to get closer to her. He just supports him like a fan, like, oh, you messed up, but good work out there, things like that. Normal, like a normal fan would. It's not like, oh, the idol says, oh, she's thirsty, let me grab a water bottle, try to fucking locate her and give her the water bottle, something like that. And it's nice, but it's always still a little, it's always, I feel like that manga is definitely on the silver line, because you can either take it, like, if it goes steps in the wrong way, it'll be hard to repair the characterization of the main character, because it's such a thin line between that character becoming like unparasocial and things like that. Because it's quite a few times it does come off as a parasocial relationship if there's no context like that. But it also comes off as he's dedicated because he sees something in her, like, as in he idolizes her in a good way, as somebody who even though messes up so much, so many times, still gets up and tries her best. Which, if you think about that way, like if you look up to like Dwayne The Rock Johnson and his like dedication to building muscle and things like that, then it's like very nice and very wholesome. But that's only if you take it like that. And if like, yeah, if that is, and I feel like that is probably what the author wants, but it is a slippery slope, because if the author doesn't do their diligence on writing that, that would come all the way to what happens to Kazuya this episode. It just comes off as somebody who's parasocial and things. Because in my head, they are still no more than neighbors and fucking partners in crimes. Not like they're less than colleagues. Like I feel like colleagues in the same ass fucking company has probably more like some more in common with each other than they do. Because they don't talk to each other when they're at home. They don't talk to each other when they're at college. Like at most, they don't ever really talk to each other. At least like colleagues in a company, I feel like they at least talk. They at least sometimes have small talk when they're on break. But no, whenever Kazuya and Chizu are talking to each other, whenever they have to act like girlfriend and boyfriend because of some fucking lie, because the lie that Kazuya started out this show off with, then they are the only other real time that they really talk to each other, like actually as people, is for like 2 minutes or something like that at the end of the hot spring episodes, and that's kind of it. Like it doesn't feel like they're less than even colleagues. They're less than neighbors. They don't even interact with each other when they're neighbors. The only time they fucking interact with each other with neighbors, when Kazuya has tried to report something to her or fucking trying to apologize, and that's it. Like, there's literally no, like, what? Like I call this parasocial because that's how I see their relationship, less than colleagues. But to Kazuya, I feel like he already sees their relationships probably as like the same level as friends or something like that, because he's like, it's just like he's concerned about her like that and things like that. It's like too one way. Like Chizuru, like she the show might try to show off that she gets heartthrobs or something like that in some scenes when she sees Kazuya or talks to him, things like that. But that's it. We don't get to see her like on her own getting heartthrobs thinking about him or thinking about some good points. Let her like at some point have her lay on her bed trying to sleep, thinking back on her day and thinking about, oh, that fucking Kazuya, something like that shit, and then complain about him until she remembers the part that she likes about him, whatever. We never get that. All this time, the only perspective we have seen is Kazuya, and that makes me also think this is not, what we're seeing to is not the POV of an independent third party, because an independent third party view, or the she view, or a third person perspective in storytelling is most of the time an independent party. That's what it's called, third person. Third person. Because, but most of the time when that happens, the author takes the opportunity to switch views between characters, show off how they're doing, what they're thinking, and things like that, have their own sweet time, such things. But it doesn't happen here. Every single view we have is pretty much Kazuya. Sure, we have sometimes when sometimes Kazuya is in the sea, and then we get to see all the characters, but that doesn't feel like it's written in their view. It's written or things like that. Because a third person view is like you can get the thoughts of every single character, how they're thinking and switching between them and such things. That's, I feel like, a very good third person view, for at least if you want to write a character driven plot, which most romance slice of life do. But this feels more like a first person view of just Kazuya into this world, even if we see things that he doesn't see. It doesn't feel like it's written in the view of like when Chizuru talks to Kazuya's friends, we never hear her thoughts. We never hear what she actually thinks. We only hear what she talks about. Now, that's a problem because whatever we talk, that's not our true thoughts. We can never truly 100% express our true thoughts through movement and saying. That's literally impossible. We can get close enough that we think that the other person got it. That's the whole thing. That's why sometimes misunderstanding happens. Sometimes that's okay, people get it, but they are not 100% doing what you wanted. Things like that. So, yeah. So that's that. So with that said, I feel like it's all Kazuya's view. So that means that whenever there's a heartthrob in Chizuru, I take that as a fucking grain of salt for how Kazuya perceives that. Even here, with how Chizuru hands him the bag, is that how she actually handed over the bag? Is that how actually she was squirming with hiding her face, things like that? Or is that how Kazuya views it? How he twisted the truth of the events? Because I wouldn't be surprised if he did. That's another problem with that. Another thing of storytelling. You have to be conscious of how you tell the story and how the readers would take the story. Something like Monogatari, it obviously gives off the view it's a retelling in the perspective of Koyomi. So anything that you see except for was it Neko Monogatari? I forgot. No, it's not Nekomotogatsu. I think there is one season of that, or one book, whatever, that was not written in the perspective of Koyomi, but in Katakawa? Fuck. I know the main girl is Senjuko Hara, but I forgot what the cat girl's name. Ken? No. I forgot. The girl got that's never wrong. You could say that. There's one that is written in her view, but most stories are written like, again. The writing makes it clear that it is his view on the world. So everything that he tells you, you should take with a grain of salt, because that's his thought process. That's how he processes things. And thus, that means that anything that he says is not real, but you probably can deduce back to reality with how he describes a lot of things. Like, if he describes X like this and not a Y like the other thing, if there's a connection between them and there's a connection to how he describes them, then you can probably deduce some other parts of those storytelling to what actually happened. I'm getting way too much into probably just fucking deconstructing some basic fucking storytelling in this fucking show. Again, I'm not the best at storytelling. Fuck, I fucking suck at words. But I think I know that this fucking storytelling sucks. Yeah. Well, I guess that's it, and that will be it for episode of Rent a Girlfriend. Yeah.
And here are the people who decided to sell out their souls. Welcome to hell.